Right, we're doing rare insults because why not? Last video, I saw this weird brown stain on my hood. I have figured out where it came from. Time for a little presentation before we get into it. Right, so basically, start my presentation. You're like, why the fuck is there a car on here? I have one of these. Not this exact one, but I have one of these. And they have a very common issue where it rattles a little bit underneath the car. You're like, what the fuck's that? And you think the car's about to explode, but it's just a handbrake cable. Anyway, I went under there in this exact hoodie, I think, under the car to sort it out. And I must have knocked my head on the roof and got this weird black spot. So it's not shit. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I have come up with a plan to hide it because I could change, but that's pretty annoying, you know. And I quite like this hoodie. It's very comfortable. I've only had it a few weeks. It's really soft. So, my plan I have cooked up is a two-way plan. One, this plan hides the spot. And two, it acts as a promotional expense. It is backwards. I'm not fixing it. But it says subscribe. So I'm going to be wearing this for the rest of the video. So you can't see my weird brown spot on my head, and subscribe. Anyway, we're doing rare insults. I'm on the r/rare insults subreddit because where else would you find rare insults if you're not on Reddit, you know? Top of this year. Bought our first house at age 19. I'm 19, I haven't got a house. Fuck you. What are you buying? I bought a bunch of broken cars and now they don't work and they all sat on my drive. A $3.99 realty record that shows your dad bought it. Much like the company you run. That's like next level hate to like goes get paid for realty records to work out that they didn't buy the house himself. But that's a decent insult. There hasn't been another nation ever that has existed much beyond 250 years. Not a single one. America's 250th year is 2025. The next 4 years are going to be pretty interesting considering everything that's already been said. That's not true. The UK is like 1,000 years old. You know? I guess it's not technically because like it changes a lot. But like as a country, like France has been around for hundreds of years. You know, and like Italy's very old, like Rome and shit. But like it's not always been Italy, it's been like the Roman Empire and whatever else it turned into, you know? So I guess you're kind of correct. My local pub is older than your country. That's also a fact. That pub right outside my window, you cannot see, is like 300 and something years old. So, yeah. Why is Wikipedia still a thing? Doesn't ChatGPT just render it completely irrelevant? You're the people in floaty chairs at the start of Wall-E. First of all, ChatGPT uses like Wikipedia and stuff. It uses the internet. That's the whole point of it. It uses the internet to give you info. It doesn't just know everything. And it also is pretty helpful. I use ChatGPT quite a lot. People go, oh, ChatGPT bot, whatever. I've got it on my phone, you know. If I need some help with something, type it in. It's so much easier than trying to find a YouTube tutorial of some guy on his like 360p camera, like telling you how to fix a problem. Just ChatGPT it. Takes a few tries, but he gets it done, you know? Sex with men is rarely enjoyable. Gay dudes seem to be having a blast, so maybe it's not a men problem. This guy's got a point, and also you've not got a point because lots and lots of women have sex, you know? And from my experience, they find it pretty enjoyable. Financial dating is where it's at. What does that even mean? Every day y'all come up with a different term for prostitution. That's what it is. I'm not even going to comment on that one because I don't have any opinions. I have no opinions. I'll take it. No allegations, no pedo shit, no drama, no beating women, just dog shit music. I mean, that's like a backhanded insult. Like he's complimenting him, but then insulting him, you know? I listened to one of two of his songs. They're alright. We've got a picture of a man and his wife or something. Coldplay accidentally exposes astronomer CEO Andy Bryan having oh, that's not his wife, having an affair with his HR chief Kristen Cabot in Boston last night. Man, I haven't seen a CEO implode this quickly since That's a good one. But also, like, People did die, so like, come on. I'm confused how he's homeless, but has a working cell phone. Oh, are you, Mr. Allen? Subscribe. You're confused how a home costs more than a phone. Subscribe. It's your first day on Earth. Subscribe. Is this your first day on Earth? My bad. Well, yeah. Houses are quite expensive, you know. I'm not buying a house. Can't afford one. Can afford a phone, though. So that makes sense. But I live with people. I do live somewhere, you know. See, yeah. I guess it depends how hungry and homeless he is. Because if, like, he was really hungry, he'd sell his phone. I don't know. It's not really an insult, though, is it? I got Botox, and I asked the doctor, how many years will this make me... How many years younger will this make me look? And he was like, 0. You just look like the other girls your age who have also got Botox. I don't believe that happened, but... Fair. Botox is a bit... I don't want to offend anyone. They all look the same. When you get it, everyone looks the same. No matter how old you are. You don't look younger or older. You just look the same. You know? You look like one of those advisor NPCs in a city building game. That is the most factual thing we've seen. And it's not even an insult. He's a good looking man, you know? But he does. You know, like SimCity. Not SimCity. What's it called? City Skyline or whatever. You have like the fucking... Oh, my City Skyline. Should I do a video on City Skyline? I love City Skyline. I'm shit at it, but I love it. I feel like God, man. I'm like controlling everyone, you know? But like... He does, you know, like the little guy in the corner like tells you what to do. He looks like one of them. When I was 16, my parents commissioned my granddad to paint a portrait of me to raise my self-esteem. It did not. It's a pretty bad photo, you know. That's not the greatest flattering, self-esteem improving thing he could have done. If she was spice, she would be flour. I don't know what that means, to be honest. That wasn't a good insult. Your granddad insulted you more than that person did. My hot flight attendant asked how I like my coffee. Fuck! Trying to sound cool, I told her I like my coffee like how I like my women. I butchered that, but that wasn't cool. People are just fucking autists, you know, like that's not a pickup line. Just speak to them like a normal human, you know? Have a conversation. Maybe compliment them a little bit, but don't try and be weird. And then she told me, that's cute, honey, but the coffee's free. You don't have to pay for it here. Oh, like he likes prostitutes. But, like, that's not even how you like your coffee, because she's meaning, do you like it with milk? Do you like it with sugar, you know? Not that you like it hot. She means something else. I don't fucking understand. But that's a good insult, I guess. But it never happened. It's not true. There should be separate TSA lines for people who are apparently experiencing their first day on Earth. What's TSA? I feel like it's an airport thing. It's an American thing. Okay, that's why I don't know what it is. It's like security and shit, but in America, like in airports. That's what they call it. That is true. It's one of the most painful things, but also one of the most amazing things. Like the security. It's painful when it's bad and it's amazing when it's good. Because you go in expecting it to be awful every time, but you get there sometimes and it's like empty and you just fly through in like 5 minutes. You get touched up by the guy who's patting you down or whatever. You set the alarm off. You find a pair of scissors in your bag that you left in there. They take it off you and then you're through. But then sometimes you're there for hours just waiting while people are fucking around who don't take anything off, don't put the stuff away, don't get ready until they're there at the trays. You know? Which is why I don't pack anything in my bag. And I do. Sometimes I have like an iPad in there or something. But like... And sometimes what I do, I just leave it in the bag and let it get scanned because less faff. But I guess that does waste time because I've got to check it. I don't know. Started realising women appreciate the fact that you even made plans sometimes, even more than the plan itself. It's the pre-thought part that has them. Local man discovers effort. Maybe I should take this advice, you know. Like, I know this is true. I just... You know, you're with your girlfriend and you're lying down in the bed and you're comfy and you're watching some TV or you're playing some Minecraft or whatever. And then you're like, we haven't done anything for 3 days straight. We probably should go do something. But neither of you really want to. But then when you do, you both enjoy it more and you both are more connected to each other. You're not just bed rotting together, you know what I mean? But it's like, you don't want to leave the comfort of being with them to go do something, but when you do, it's so much better. J.K. Rowling's so racist. I'm learning about stereotypes I never even knew about. Only Irish character constantly explodes. I can't tell where the insult is. I don't know about J.K. Rowling and her beliefs. I have not spoken to the woman before. But you have to separate the art from the artist, because I haven't finished a book in 3 years. I started this 4 days ago. I finished it in 3 days. I'm already halfway through this one. These are banging books. Movies are sick too. When my mother first moved to Japan, she tried to jaywalk while pushing a stroller on an empty residential street. She was immediately stopped by an old, well-dressed Japanese man who solemnly told her in perfect English, "The downfall of society begins with the individual." Is that an insult? This is not an insult. It's just some guy being a bit dramatic about jaywalking. I never even knew it was a crime until I learned about Americans and shit. Like, you can do it all the time in England. It's just like, better not to, because you might get hit by a car. Some dude named Rudolf Sknekel, yes, really, wrote a bogus paper about wolf hierarchy using captive wolves in zoos during World War II. That was later discredited by the guy who published it. And every day of my life, I gotta hear this stupid shit from you dumbfounded dipshit troglodytes. I'm an alpha female who wants an alpha male. I'm a bit confused. I'm guessing that they don't actually have pack leaders, but I swear they do. The concept of alpha wolf as a dominant dictator is largely considered a myth by biologists, originating from outdated studies of captive wolves where wild packs are typically family units led by a breeding pair and their offspring. With less internal conflict, the term was popularized by wolf expert David Meck, who later reenacted it, recanted it? Fucking hell. Stating that the wild packs are more like human families, with leadership being parental rather than forcefully asserted. Learn something new every day? But also, that was a bit of a stupid response, because she wasn't talking to you. You were just a bit, I'm not an alpha male, so fuck you. Alpha male's a stupid word, but like, he was a bit on his, had a bad day that day, and he was like lashing out on someone. She was just saying she wants a good guy and she can be the good woman, you know? Blowing an inheritance through an fucking hell, I can't read. Blowing an inheritance through an eternal midlife crisis fueled by feelings of finished writing my autobiography. 5 million to the best book title in the comments. Blowing an inheritance through an internal midlife crisis fueled by feelings of inadequacy. Done. Disney is halting the production of live-action remakes after the failure of Snow White at the box office. You all owe Rachel Zelga an apology. She saved the world. Well, that's a good thing. I didn't know that. So, it's not an insult, though. I mean, it is. It's insulting Disney saying, oh, it's their best shit, which they are. It's not an insult, though. Also, why does everyone have this fucking profile picture on whatever on fucking Twitter? I don't go on Twitter because it's a shithole, but, like, everyone has this fucking profile picture. Throwback Thursday to my fuck-ass haircut I got at 21. I actually thought that was like a 6-year-old. I would ask for ID if you were buying chocolate milk. Now, that's the first good insult we've had, and I'm ending the video on it because I've been recording for 24 minutes, and I've been waffling for 24 minutes. Subscribe and like, or I will make you give me your ID for chocolate milk.